Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Pipes, Tattoos, and Conversations. I'm Tattooed Piper. Today, I've got another GLPEASE review for you all. GLPEASE Quiet Nights. Let's get in this video. All right, so as you all know, we're doing GLPEASE Quiet Nights. I've got my Ehrlich 1950s Ehrlich pipe here that I picked up from my local brick and mortar. And it was an estate pipe, so. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna show you the whole tin. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know what that is, if that's Westminster Abbey or what that is on the front there. If any of you know, let me know. I'm gonna read this tin description for you. Quiet Nights, rich, deep, contemplative, ripe red Virginias, fine oriental, smoky cypress latakia, and a pinch of Acadian perique are pressed and matured into cakes before being sliced. The sophisticated flavors and exotic aroma provide a wonderful backdrop for quiet moments of reflection, a good book, and if you are so inclined, perhaps a wee dram. Well, let's get the tin note. This sounds delicious. Right off the bat, I get the latakia, and a lot of times when I'm smelling English blends, I don't get latakia. I always get the oriental first, but this one is definitely latakia. There's also a sweetness, and I think that's the orientals coming out. And man, I always hate to say this because it seems like that's always in my review, that the Virginias have a bready quality to them. But in these English blends, that's what they are. They're more bready, they're more yeasty. When you get straight Virginias, that's when you tend to get the grasses and the haze and stuff like that. And Virginia Periques, they come out more in that too. That's not true for all English blends, but in most English blends, the Virginias and the Orientals pair up nicely, and you get more of that bready, yeasty quality to them. And the Orientals provide like a incense or a sweetness that it's essentially like a bakery. The other thing, there is perique in here, and the perique, it doesn't really come out a whole lot. You get a little bit of that pruny, spicy smell, but it's not crazy. It's just there. There is also a subtle beef jerky smell to this that my daughter pointed out to me when she smelled it. And you know how kids are. They fresh noses, they can pick up scents that we can't. So anyway, very, very nice smelling tin note. Let me get this pipe loaded up for you, and I'll be right back. I forgot. Let me show you what this tobacco looks like. If you can see that. This is a, what did they say it was? So this is pressed and matured into cakes and then sliced up. And when they slice it up, it definitely comes out in, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's not ready rubbed, it's not ribbons. But yeah, you got to rub it out a little bit before you load the bowl, because if not, it's going to be a little bit harder to light. Okay, so right away you get campfire, just like when I was when I smelled it in the tin. The Latakia is very forward, and so is the breadiness and the yeastiness of the Virginias. It's right there with the Latakia. Now there is a sweet spice from these Orientals, and sometimes it's hard for me to tell if the spice is from the Oriental or the Perique, but I can definitely tell the sweetness from the Virginias and Orientals is very present in this. And there is that pruny flavor from the Perique. This is definitely a well-balanced blend. Now it talks about an exotic aroma, and it provides a wonderful backdrop for quiet moments of reflection. And I bet you, so this is the first time I've smoked this, I bet you if I sat down and spent some time with this, I'd be able to pick out more flavors and more nuances, all the subtle stuff that's in the background. And especially if I broke it up a little bit better and packed the bowl a little bit better, it would bring out different flavors too. Because I just kind of loaded it with the big strands that you saw. I didn't really rub it out too much. So it's a little bit hard to stay lit. And it's really smoky. The flavor, it's more smoke forward and more Latakia forward than it is Oriental. So the more you break it up and the more you rub it out, and the more you get a chance for the leaves to intermingle with each other, the more flavors come out of the tobacco. Some Englishes, when I smoke them, there is a little bit of a leather quality to it. I don't really get much leather in this. I get more of the, like I said, the Latakia smokiness and the essence or incense that is from the Orientals. So the Orientals and the Latakia are definitely the most forward blends, or most forward prominent tobaccos that come out in this blend. All in all, very good, very well balanced, delicious, very good for quiet moments of reflection. They are right. It's not super spicy, not super sweet. Everything is just kind of there and well balanced. And that Perique in the back gives a nice little fruity note. So it also might be a good dessert smoke for after a heavy meal, when you just want to sit down in your garage or wherever it is and watch a movie or read a book, or just sit and think about what the next day is going to provide. Think about maybe what you got to do at work, or even if you just want to not think and sit back and just enjoy a great smoke. Anyway, be blessed, my friends. Have a great week, and cheers.